Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Mediaphile. This is your host, Warren.
And Jash.
We do not have Josh Doolin here again.
No, so welcome to our second good episode of Mediaphile.
Gosh dang it. You're not wrong. That's the hard part. Either way, so we have a week with just the dynamic duo. We don't have the third person to make bad opinions.
Nope, dynamic Doolin.
So that means this week we get to have a little bit of a shorter episode because we're going to agree on things.
Yeah. And without Doolin here, we can talk about anime and Nintendo.
Oh, that reminds me. We're going to go get into the week.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I have not finished 2 different anime in the last month or so.
You have not finished.
I have not finished 2. I've started.
Okay, you started.
But I have
2.
not finished.
Gotcha.
One still being Megalobox.
You've not finished Megalobox yet? There's 13 episodes.
Because I've been watching a lot of anime while working.
Gotcha. And since it's not...
and since it's subbed...
Yeah.
I have to actually focus on it. And I tried to watch one episode subbed while at work, and I got nothing done.
Right. Just learn Japanese, dude. Problem solved.
That's the easiest of the 2.
The easiest of the 2
Megalobox
solutions.
is still the best stinking anime I think of probably to come out this year.
It's so good.
It's such a throwback to the 90s stuff. Also, we're gonna go ahead and start into our weeks.
Yeah, we're here already.
No prelude.
No. So it's weird because it doesn't have a manga, but it's based off a manga.
Wait, what?
So there's no Megalobox manga.
Correct.
But it's inspired by either a 30-year-old or a 50-year-old manga, one of those two, called Ashita no Jo, which is boxing manga.
Well,
but it's not it doesn't have the robot, the gear. It's just a boxing manga.
Oh, it's a boxing manga, and then the guys who made the show were like, it'd be cool.
Yeah, but
add
it's
robot
not,
crap.
It's not the same storyline. It's just
what?
It's based. It's inspired by this.
Well, it's crap. What's that movie? The Road. Oh, The Road.
Yes.
It's the movie The Road inspired Last of Us.
Yeah.
And if you look at the two together, it's this is totally the same thing, but they just added a lot more to this.
Right, but there's still a closer tie, because in the OP, there is a part where the title Ashita no Jo is in the quotations or where the
it's more just inspired by. It's also just kind of they almost have the rights to it.
Yeah,
and they have the world of it.
It's an adaptation almost, but it's not a direct adaptation.
Right, because they use stinking robot arms.
Yeah,
I just love that anime because it does my favorite thing. My favorite thing in all of things is this. This world has a skill. Yeah, everyone has set stats.
Yes.
And someone in this show basically has their stats, and they basically minimize all their stats to increase one stat all the way.
Oh, for those who have no idea what we're talking about, Megalobox is an anime. It's a boxing anime where the main character...
Don't say what he does.
It's the plot. It's not a
It's
spoiler.
one of the coolest things.
Yeah. It's he's... In a world where everyone uses basically robot arms or robot parts to enhance their boxing.
Wait. Spoiler, because I blew up when this happened, and I don't want that to get ruined for anyone else.
Basically, it's a boxing anime, but it's not a boxing anime.
It's a boxing anime, but the main character, Joe, who looks so much like Spike Spiegel.
Oh yeah,
because he has the same tuft of hair.
If Spike and the main character from the Boondocks had a baby, it would be Joe.
Yeah, but in a world where everyone has what's it called? Gear. You just call it gear.
Yeah.
In a world where everyone has mechanical gear on their arms to help box, make them go hit faster and harder, and some has different power. Some have different stuff. Some make you go faster, but not as strong. Some are just sledgehammer hands. And so everyone has a different ability or skill. In this world, Joe has like a really crappy set of armor that he eventually just takes off, and he just becomes Gearless Joe.
Gearless Joe.
So he's the only guy in the world who fights boxing with no gear on. And the thing with the gear in the show is you don't get any more protection.
Right.
Like, you're still getting hit with a robot arm.
Right.
You're not a robot.
Yeah.
Your arms are just robots. Mm-hmm. So when you get punched in the face, it's a death blow every time.
Yeah. Like, straight up.
Like, there's a few people who have just, like, basically semi-trucks for arms. Mm-hmm. And it's like, if they hit you once, you're done.
Yeah, you lose.
You don't lose, you're dead.
Like a rip.
Yeah. Come on.
It's, and it's very, like, different.
Well, the coolest thing about that, yeah, well, it's different in that it's old.
Yeah, but it's not. But it is.
Yeah.
But it's not.
Because you know what they did. You know, like, their technique. Me. So, they made the show with traditional, or like not traditional, but modern digital animation.
Right.
Like we would for any show,
mm-hmm.
or for any modern day anime. Took it, converted it downsampled it to, like, tape.
Yeah.
And then upsampled it back to 4K.
That's so...
So when you get that, it has that, like, old anime feel to it. It's kind of like... It's the same way they did with, like... the best way to explain it, like Shovel Knight or, like, older retro games, where it's like, we're trying our hardest to emulate this style.
Without having to do exactly what they did back then.
Without having to do exactly what they did back then. And because we're trying to remake that style in modern age, we can do things that those games never could do.
Right.
Like parallax scrolling.
Yeah.
In Shovel Knight, or gradients, or color like just overall color palettes.
Right. It's like why it's not... Well, Shovel Knight wouldn't be 8-bit anyway. It's but it's not truly that because they're not restricted.
Which, yeah, it's emulated, and they're just like, we can do more.
Right.
And so they can still... So there's still, like, some 3D modeling stuff in Megalobox and everything. So it's not like someone didn't decide to just go back to traditional animation, but they're trying their hardest to give that little rough edge.
Right. And so everything about the show has that, like, different, interesting feel to it. Like, the OP, the opening song, is in 7/8 time, which is just weird. And the first time I listened to it, I'm like, something about this is messing with me. And then the second episode, I counted the rhythm, and I'm like, this is in 7/8. Like, who does that?
I love that OP so much. I especially love the... I was watching it, my roommate walked in, and she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, watching anime? I'm like, why are there just dogs falling from the sky? And I'm like...
It's an OP, nothing has to make sense.
And, like, the dog's running, she's like, oh, who's that? And I was like...
It's a dog.
It's a dog. I'm like, is the dog part of the anime?
Yeah, he's the main character.
Yeah, I said that. Like, yeah, junkyard dog. I was like, who? Yeah, Joe.
Yeah, you know.
That's not a dog. Which is really funny because we just got done watching Wolf's Rain.
Oh, you just watched Wolf's Rain?
Mm-hmm.
I started that a while ago. And by a while ago, I mean probably like a decade ago.
Well, it was funny because Rachel, my roommate, was talking about it, and she said she loved it. It was like one of the first anime she watched. And I remember vaguely watching it on Toonami or Adult Swim.
Yeah.
I think it was like more of an adult show the more I think about it. And so we watched like the first few episodes, and she's like, I don't remember any of this. Like, I knew more about it than her, but I only knew more in like certain like chunks.
Right.
Like, oh, these 2 or 3 episodes I fully remember. Mm-hmm. Also, that anime, I don't know how else to say this. The anime... Oh, what's the best way for it? Crap. I don't know the best term for it is. It made me understand mortality as a child.
Uh-huh.
And it's this is like the weirdest way of explaining it. But did you watch it?
I watched the first like 2 episodes.
Okay. So this is the first time I ever saw it.
Yeah.
And this is actually one of the first times I ever like really came in contact with anime in general. Was just as a little kid Warren flipping through channels.
Right.
And I land on, I guessed, Cartoon Network or Adult Swim at the time. Wolf's Rain came on, and there's a little old lady,
mm-hmm.
and her and I guess the kid was a dog.
Yeah.
Because wolf rain.
Yeah.
How it is. And the little lady has like a little plate of food and everything, and the dog's excited to see her, so the dog jumps on her, and the dog like knocks her over, and the dog keeps like playing with her, and then the lady's like, "No, don't do it," and she gets crushed to death by the dog.
Oh.
And I'm like, 9 or 10. I'm like, oh, you can just die.
Wait, that's gonna happen to me?
I'm gonna get crushed by a dog.
She didn't die of old age. She just died.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't even like a die of old age. It was also just like, I thought you died to like you drown or you get shot.
Yeah, no.
Or you do like something cool happens and you die. Uh-huh. No, she just fell over.
Yeah, a dog knocked her over. A dog who liked her.
Yeah, exactly.
Knocked her over.
Oh, and then because that episode came on, I was like, wait, I remember this. No, not this.
Not again. Bear, no, bear. Leave my boat alone.
So that had nothing to do with any of the conversation. That like Wolf's Rain had nothing to do with what I was talking about with anime.
Right.
The other one was I watched like the first 7 episodes of Darling in the Franxx.
Of what?
Darling in the Franxx.
I've never heard.
You don't know
that.
this?
No.
Okay, I don't super want to explain it because I also haven't seen it all.
Gotcha.
Mech anime.
Okay. Already interested.
Kids have to pilot the mechs.
Mm-hmm.
They pilot in pairs, boy girl, and it's weirdly it's weirdly about like adolescence and stuff, and so they're like there's the adults who kind of control the kids,
right?
And there's very much like no touching, don't stay away, all this stuff. But when they're in the mechs and everything, it's basically a mind meld.
Gotcha, like the Jaegers,
kind of like the Jaegers, but sexier.
Oh, gotcha.
It's weird.
Oh, because it has to be boy and girl.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So it starts to get anime about it.
A little bit. I mean, the thing they're doing, it makes sense. Like
in universe, it makes sense.
In universe, makes sense.
Yeah.
The only fear I have, and I don't know why yet. But apparently, like somewhere, like in the the more recent episodes, the show just takes a dive bomb.
Now, when you say a dive bomb,
I mean everyone dropped off when it happened.
Gotcha.
And it was like one of those like, the show does world building and does all this stuff super well. I can't believe the show is so good. The show looks so nice. The animation's so good and everything. This and that and this and that. And okay, we all hate it now. Like, so what happened?
So they started Elfheim, is what I'm hearing.
Well, yeah. I don't want to get into Sword Art Online.
So everything that can be said about Sword Art Online has already been said somewhere out there.
Yeah. So I'm in this weird middle area of like, I like this anime,
but you know
it's gonna get bad.
It's the same reason why I haven't watched Dexter.
Oh, Dexter's worth it. Mm-hmm. Dexter's worth it if you quit after like the Trinity Killer.
Gotcha.
I especially like the episode where his sister gets inside his laboratory and starts messing with stuff, and then he gets mad and then sticks a robot on her.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Dexter still.
Yeah, we are.
Oh, he sticks a robot on her?
Yeah,
he has a robot?
Yeah, but she like ballerina dances away.
Okay, I'm confused.
Dexter?
Oh, gosh dang it. Get out of my laboratory.
That was stupid.
Guess I shouldn't touch. Remember that episode? The like weird musical episode where it's like Dexter right as he's born and Dee Dee keeps breaking all his stuff and she's like, oh, guess I shouldn't touch.
Wow, I forgot there's a musical episode of Dexter's Laboratory.
Right, and he's like a baby, like a round, like...
Yeah.
Newborn infant.
Because he makes a button.
Yeah.
He just makes a button and that was it. Mm-hmm. What was there like a silent episode of that? I feel like
it's a silent episode like every cartoon.
I feel like there's like check marks in when you're making a TV show, like a cartoon, that there's like different trope episodes you can do.
Yeah, because I mean it's the same for. It's the same thing for like sitcoms. Yeah, I puked on my words for a second.
Oh, gross. Road trip episodes.
Mm-hmm. Bottle episodes.
I guess the musical
episode, yeah.
Musical/silent episode, also notifications. I'm going to turn this off. Hey, there's a bug in Overwatch. Junkrat can virtually have infinite ammo in the PTR.
Oh, well, good thing it's only on the PTR. That's what it's there for.
Thanks, Reddit, I guess. Gave me a notification for a post.
Yeah, I've been getting that recently. It's like trending posts.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time, it's like posts that I've already seen too. Like, because it's not a new post. It's something that hits trending.
Yeah.
So if I've been on Reddit in the past, like, half hour, I've already seen that post.
Especially if you're on, like, some of the more popular Reddits.
Yeah, so, because it only gives you stuff for, like, stuff you're subscribed to. Mm-hmm. So it's like, hey, here's this post. And I was like, okay, Facebook, I've already seen that.
That's usually the worst part. That's my least favorite thing about Facebook in general.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I think I made a post about this, and I just want to say it again. Facebook memes, like when you post a Facebook meme, is like the modern day like internet equivalent of wearing like an ironic T-shirt,
right?
That you get from like Kohl's.
The thing is, it's almost worse because like if you're wearing a T-shirt, that's just you wearing a T-shirt. This is like you going around in middle school and just shoving a paper in people's faces with the words of your ironic T-shirt on it.
Because it's not you being funny.
Right.
It's you found something you think is funny, right, and then you have to display it for everyone else. And either most of the time it's a bad meme, mm-hmm, or it's something I saw a month ago on Reddit.
Right.
Which is the most neckbeardy thing I can say. But most Facebook memes don't start on Facebook.
Right, exactly.
If I see another like car slap meme,
I like the car slap memes.
I don't get it.
It's like a car salesman. Like,
I know. I get. Sorry, okay. I get it. I just don't get why it's funny. I'm sorry.
I think I mean, it's funny. I do think that it's peaked. I think there's like you get to a point where memes hit like the best joke they can make, and then everything else is worse.
The best car slap meme review. Let's go to meme review now. The best car slap meme I've seen was the video. I can't remember. Is it an SNL sketch? I don't remember. But it's a guy who slaps a kid,
mm-hmm,
and then like the dad comes, like, "What are you doing?" And then the guy slaps the dad. And then
they're like a barbecue.
Yeah, and like the police come, and he just slaps all the police.
Yeah, but I see that all the time.
But they photoshopped the car salesman's face on the guy, and everyone there is just a car hood.
That's amazing.
Just like a poorly like cropped car hood on their face. That was the best version of that meme.
The once it hit like these two, I was like, okay, we're done here. We can move on. The slaps bear, run. That one's hilarious. That one's good. And then there was another one where it's a car salesman slaps basketball, slaps basketball, slaps basketball, slaps basketball. And I'm like, we have reached the peak of this meme. We can't do better.
The only thing that makes memes better is when they like incorporate a subject of media I enjoy,
right? And
I love seeing stupid memes interact with the shows I like,
right? Like
one of my favorites is just like from My Hero Academia. Mm-hmm. He's like, Bakugo slaps car, explosion. Or I think it was Dolby from Jimmy Neutron.
Oh, Bolby,
not Dolby. Slapsitive car,
claps,
claps, slapsitive car, claps.
Oh, see, stuff like that's good.
That one's because that's actually clever,
right? Yeah, that's what I like. The variations of the meme like that. When it's just slaps X, this can fit so many X in it. That's boring,
right?
We're past that portion of the meme.
No, I'll never not enjoy the. I'm super hypocritical when it comes to memes because there's some stupid memes I just always love, like the guy who looks back at the girl and the other girl's mad. I'm like,
Yeah, I love that.
That one never gets old to me. But I hate the one where it's like, there's the street and you see the signs and you see a car swerve into the lane. I don't like that one, but it's the same meme.
I saw the
also Eric Andre.
I saw the best version of or I guess the best one of the best versions you can do of the girlfriend meme where the guy looks at the other girl and he's doing that. Like it's just like the meme normal by itself, and then under it there's a picture of the back of that girl's shirt that says like, "Look at this if you love your girlfriend." And I laughed so hard.
It's so stupid.
I know, but it's just like so good.
I hate meme culture.
I hate it because of how fast the internet is now.
I hate being on, I guess it'd be like me IRL or just like the internet in general. Any like anywhere like where memes kind of like are born and die.
Yeah.
I hate just not being on for like 2 or 3 days. Like, oh, okay, bananas. We're on bananas now. Cool, bananas a meme. I guess I have to go back.
Right, and it's like, especially image memes, like anyone can make an image meme.
Oh, yeah.
So they die almost the day that they're born.
Yeah, because if it reaches a large audience,
right,
everyone makes it really fast.
If 1 million people make a meme on the same day,
right, you get 1 million memes, and of course, half of them are gonna suck.
Right. That's why I like the like video memes. Those take a little bit more effort. So you got your shooting stars, like the fact that you had to take the people out and put it in the thing and whatnot. It requires a little bit more effort.
I like the one,
or like the Crash Bandicoot meme.
Whoa.
The whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Though that one was a little bit less effort because the guy who did it originally basically put it on a green screen for anyone to use it.
Yeah.
So it was a little bit less effort, but I still...
You just have to try. You have to at least get like Movie Maker. You have to open like Movie Maker up or something.
You have to at least Google how do I chroma key things.
Right. That was a good talk about anime.
Yeah. We talked about anime and only anime for 22 minutes.
What was the other thing I was... What else have I done this week? Oh, I bought Octopath Travelers.
Ooh.
It is so...
Tell me some, but not too much.
I won't. I didn't get why it was called Octopath Travelers.
Because there's 8 of them.
I didn't know that.
It's interesting because like it was originally Project Octopath Traveler. So that was its like
project
code name.
Yeah.
Like they wanted to show us the game, but they hadn't decided on a final title yet.
Yeah.
But then it like had been out so long that it was just identified as Octopath Traveler. So they're like, let's just keep it.
See, I didn't. It's funny because I didn't want to buy it at first because I'm not into like the turn-based RPG stuff.
Yeah.
And I walked into GameStop and just because I had time to kill.
Right.
And I was just walking around and they're like, "Hey, did you know if you like trade this and this in, you get like 20% off any new Switch game?" Like,
yes, I'm gonna get a new Switch game.
And I was like, Octopath Travelers, that looks okay. And like, I didn't look up reviews or anything about it until after I bought it.
Right.
And I was like, oh, hey, this is getting 9.9s.
Yeah, dude.
Sweet.
I've been interested in that game since the Switch was announced.
Since like last year.
Like since year before last. Like when the Switch was announced.
Oh, I thought it just got... I thought like the Switch came out and they did like a direct that showed some more games, and I thought that's when Octopath Travelers...
I'm pretty sure it was featured for like literal seconds during the original Switch announcement.
Yeah, no,
and I was like,
I remember.
What is this game with this like art style? I need it. It looks beautiful.
Yeah, because it's like 8-bit, like it was old Final Fantasy.
It's 16-bit.
16-bit. It's like the 16-bit graphics of everything, but there's like a weird low depth of field.
Right, it's almost like paper crafty, like models, and the lighting's really pretty.
And you're shooting with like a macro lens, so like right here's in focus, but like a little above or a little behind you is not, and it looks really nice. No, I started playing it. I love it. I started with the dancer, Primrose, and I didn't know that every character... I didn't know anything going into this. Like, I picked my settings, I started the game, and it was like, hey, pick a hero to start your journey. I'm like, okay, cool. Here's someone. There's someone. There's someone.
Can you pick from all 8 at the beginning?
Yes.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
And you start on their quest.
Yes.
You do their quest to start the game, and that's going to be like your tutorial quest.
Yeah.
And then it opens up the world and it's like, hey, go finish your quest.
Okay.
Because you have like part 1, part 2, part 3 of everything.
Yeah.
Like, hey, go finish your quest. There's also other heroes in the world that might want to help join you. And then you're like, what? And then you open up the thing and like, oh, there's all the other people I could have picked. They just get to go get as party members. And so I started with the dancer, and her like character ability is probably my favorite one I've had so far because it's called Allure. Because she's a dancer, but she was basically in a brothel.
Right. Yeah. She's a dancer.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think of the best way to explain it. The allure tactic is you walk up to someone, and if they have a heart on them, it means you have the ability to allure. And she does her little dance thing, and she asks if they want to come with her. And you have like a percentage base if they say yes or not. If they say no, it hurts your reputation in the city.
Gotcha.
So you can't like walk up to someone like, hey, come with me, over and over again, and they'll eventually come. If you do it too many times, this town starts to hate you.
Gotcha.
Because I guess you're trying to take someone away.
Right.
But if you seduce someone into coming with you, they just come with you.
Right.
They leave the town.
Maybe your reputation gets bad because you seem desperate and everyone's like, oh, this is dancer over here.
Which, my favorite thing about that was, I was about 2 or 3 hours in, and I just helped someone's story, and basically the story boils down to, hey, I need to leave because I need to find my own way. But I don't want to leave because I don't want the town to suffer because I'm gone, because I'm the town doctor. And the other guy's like, no, it'll be okay. I'll take care of everyone. I can do that. I will do that for you. I will stay here and I will hold down the fort for you. I am completely dedicated to this town.
I already know where this is going.
I'm completely dedicated to this town and I will not leave. I have my sister and I have this town full of sick people. I will be the town apothecary. I will do this for you. Mission complete. Walk up to guy.
Hey, big boy.
Hey, do you want to come with me? Sure. Now you're just with me. And they had there's like a whole long cutscene of them like exchanging gifts and like being so sad they'll never see each other again. And they're both in my party now.
And now that's whole. I hope later you go back to that town and everyone's dead. I hope that this game interacts that way.
I just love
that. You took their only other doctor.
They had 2 doctors. I took them both with me.
I hope they all die of disease.
And the other guy doesn't even heal. Like when he's in my party.
He's not a healer. He's a doctor.
He's a summoner.
Oh.
Like sorry. The dancer is a summoner.
Yes.
She summons the people she allures.
Yes.
They just attack.
Gotcha. So neither of them can heal at all. They can only attack.
The dancer does.
No, I'm talking about the people that you took with you. Neither of them can heal.
Yes. No. The apothecary, the guy I took, Alfine.
Yes.
He's a healer.
Okay.
He's like, with other group of people, he's like the dedicated healer character.
Yes. Oh, so the guy you took is one of the 8 characters.
No.
I'm lost.
Okay. Apothecary.
Yes.
That's the guy you take.
Yes.
There are 2 apothecaries in this town.
Yes.
The apothecary's quest.
Yes.
Is what I did.
Yes.
That quest had the other apothecary being like, I'll stay here and I'll protect the town and I'll heal everybody. And then it's over. Mm-hmm. And then I walk up to the other apothecary who's just an NPC.
Yes.
And I was just like, hey, come with me.
Okay, so the other apothecary was not an actual apothecary. As far as the game...
As the game, yes.
Yes.
As the game, yes. Because when he comes out, he just attacks.
Right.
So I just took both the healers of the town, and one of them's not even healing me. He's just doing a very bad job at attacking things. Which is even funny to me.
Right. He's like, hey, shouldn't you be back home healing? I gotta use this one stick and hit that goblin.
And you only get to summon them like X amount of times. Like you can only summon them like 7 or 8 times.
Mm-hmm. Then do they just go back?
They just leave. They're done with you. They're tired.
But do they go back to their town?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I never want to use him.
Right.
I never want to use him. It's because it's so funny just have him walk. Because he's in the party with me. Like he walks around with me.
Like on the world map?
Yeah.
How many people can you have at once?
4.
Okay.
Counting the summon 5.
Gotcha.
So there's 5 people with me right now. Mm-hmm. And we're just all walking around. And they're like, Alfine and his friend are just with each other all the time. And Alfine will like talk about how he misses his hometown and his friends, and he's just with me.
I do miss my friends back home. I miss my friends back home too.
I love that kind of stuff. Because I also have
the video gamey stuff like that.
Because there's Primrose and then there's Oldbrick, and his character ability is fight anyone.
He's my favorite.
Fight anyone to get a little extra EXP. I don't understand why it's a thing. It's so funny just to beat up on
I haven't played the demo. No, I haven't played the prologue, but I've played the demo. And my favorite thing about the demo is I chose him, and I would just go and fight everyone. And occasionally there'd be that one guy who, for no reason, is like
way stronger.
Yeah, like everyone in town's like a 1-star, and this guy's like a 3-star, and it's like, whoa.
Because it lets you know beforehand, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you don't just like, get into a fight and be like, I'm in over my head.
I don't know. I just love little. It's not even game breaking. It's just like pseudo. What's the word for it? Pseudo narrative dissonance.
Something like that.
Where it's like the gameplay does not match the story.
Yeah.
Because it's just funny of like Oldbrick's story is helping find a kid. And so the head townsman was like, hey, go help find my kid. I can't find my kid. Go get the kid. And they're like, oh no, what happened to him? They're like, he got kidnapped or whatever. Go. And they're like, oh no.
Fight me.
Hey, town headsman, fight me. What? Yeah, fight me. And then he's just on the ground, knocked out. Like, okay, we gotta save the kid now.
Okay, so the story must not be that much different from like the original demo I played because it was the kid, and I remember like him being like, "You gotta go save the kid," and then I fought like his dad. I think dad or mom or something like that. Maybe it was after we rescued him.
Maybe, I don't know. That's not what I got.
I remember fighting a kid. Or not a kid. I remember fighting, like, just a guy. Like, not even, like, the guards. He was just a guy.
I think that's what it was. I also love the gameplay, like, the actual, like, fighting thing of it. Especially when you fight, like, bosses.
Yeah.
Because they make sure you know which one's the boss. Because their, like, sprite is...
like, huge.
10 times bigger than anything else on the screen.
Right.
Because I fought a snake.
Right.
And the snake had like 3 other snakes. And so there was like a giant viper and then like these 3 little snakes. And then your characters are all...
like just tiny sprite size.
They're like the 16-bit sprites.
Yeah.
Like they don't ever change.
Like straight up like Final Fantasy-esque sprites.
Yeah, they don't ever change. They're always this. But when you see the bad guys in the overworld...
they're normal size too.
They're sprites. But when you play them, they get to be like, they get like a cool, big, intricate thing.
Yeah, they're like Final Fantasy VI-esque, like Kefka sprites.
Yeah. Sure. I've never played Final Fantasy.
I'll show you a picture.
Okay, thank you. It's one of my greatest sins.
You've never played any of them?
Final Fantasy X-2.
Oh my gosh.
But I get that reaction every time I say that, so I stopped counting it.
Right. Because it's so, like, weird. Like, okay,
I've never been into RPGs in general, like turn-based RPGs.
Except for Pokemans.
Pokemon, because Pokemon is... there's more to it than that. Okay, yeah, that's exactly what they look like.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's straight up what Octopath Traveler is supposed to be, isn't it?
Right. It's even made by Square Enix, I'm pretty sure. So it's like a throwback. Because even their Final Fantasy games aren't really like that anymore.
Yeah, well, they're not really turn-based anymore.
They're like action.
Yeah.
Action RPGs.
I don't know. I love it. It's really cool that you can pick any of... because the thing I love about it is you can start with any of the 8 people.
Right.
And then you can collect people in any order you want.
Right. It's very open-ended.
Yeah. The nice thing... and I haven't even gotten, like, the second quest of anybody.
Right.
Because there's 8 people, and they all have their own quests. And I've only seen 3 people's quests. Or their stories at all. And you can pick people... so not only can you decide where you start,
right,
but you decide who you collect. So like, okay, well, I'm the dancer. I'm going to need a rogue. Okay, the rogue's over here, so I'm going to have to walk my way through here. Or you can go to the people right next to you, who's ever more convenient.
Right, and so for the most part, people's experience with the game is at least going to be like a little different, because you're not just all going down the same path.
Right,
because there's Octopaths, for you to travel.
There's Octopath and there's Travelers. I don't know. That name is so weird.
Also, the beginning of the first letter of all 8 people's names spell Octopath.
Old Brick, Primrose, Alpine. I don't know anyone else's name.
I'm pretty sure that Octopath. Yep.
Oh, weird. Mm-hmm. They kind of explains why, like, 1 or 2 of the names seem a little forced.
Yeah, because we need the letter.
Mm-hmm. But no, I've been playing that. I think I'm like 4 or 5 hours in.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna put in a crap ton. Also, no DLCs coming to that game.
Right, doesn't need. It'd be weird. Like an RPG doesn't really need DLC.
Mm-hmm. Well, they were like, DLC's not gonna be in the game because we made a full game.
Yeah.
We're done. We don't want to do any more with this. This game is good.
Right.
We know it's good. We're done.
The only
which is kind of like a cool, bold thing to say.
Right.
Like, now.
Which, I mean, it's kind of sad that that's a bold thing to say. It shouldn't be bold to say, "Hey, I'm releasing a finished product."
Yeah, that's what they said. That's basically what they said. Like, "Hey, we're not going to give you DLC because we finished. We did everything we need to do with this."
The DLC for an RPG game, like, for the most part, you don't need stuff like that. But I remember, it's not really a DLC, but when they re-released Final Fantasy II on Game Boy Advance, they added like a side story thing, because in Final Fantasy II there are 3 main characters, and then there are multiple instances throughout the game where you have a different 4th, similar to Whose Line Is It Anyway?
I've never heard of Final Fantasy and Whose Line comparison, but okay, go on.
And it's been a while since I've played, so I can't remember if all the second characters die or if they just stop being in your party for different reasons. Mm-hmm. But you get a side story where you just play as a full party of all the side characters.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's super cool. I love that.
I remember the only downside of that being that, like, their stats are kind of relative to how they are in the game, so they're all vastly different because you get them at different points in the game. So, like, one is significantly stronger.
So one's always going to be stronger than all the others just because of when you get them. That stinks.
Right. I think that's how it was.
That's an easy fix, though, which is kind of lame.
Yeah. But, I mean, it wasn't that. It was just like a bonus. Hey, you also get this for playing this.
Besides that, I've played more Mario Aces.
Mario Aces, and Street Fighter.
Mario Aces is the most fun game just to sit down and play for like 10-20 minutes.
Right, I need it. It's on my list, but it's under Octopath. Octopath is first on my list.
I don't know what else is coming out soon that I want to play, but right now I'm pretty content with playing what I have right now.
Right.
Because at all times I'm trying to get to the point where, like, I always have story game now.
Right.
I want story game to be like main concern, and then when I'm burnt out on the story or I just don't feel like playing that game right now, or I just have a few minutes, I want multiplayer game that I can play for a few minutes and skill-based game that I'm trying to get better at.
Right.
So if I have these 3 games, it's like narrative-based time killer,
right,
skill.
And that's really like, I'm glad that we're getting back into that, because I went for a long time without, like, going through a single player game.
It's hard anymore.
I'd play either something like Overwatch,
mm-hmm.
Or just like something multiplayer online, and I just hadn't sat down with a story game. But after Horizon Zero Dawn, I got
you kind of broke the seal.
Yeah, it broke the seal. I got back into it because I don't know. It was hard for me to be like, okay, I'm going to sit down and play this game. But now, since that, I've played 2 because I finished that, and I just finished Shadow of Mordor, and I'd say, like, if I were to break that game down into parts, I would say I have to break it down into eighths to get the exact amount of time that I want.
If you say one more time, I'm going to punch you.
Sorry. You should. That's unprofessional of me. I apologize. The 5th to 7th, like, eighths of that game are, like, the best thing ever.
The 5th to 7th eighths of that game. So not the end game, but right before
the end game.
Okay.
And, like, past the... When you get the, like, combat brand and you learn to, like, brand enemies, and it's no longer just kill the people in Sauron's army, it's control Sauron's army, and it's like make your own war chiefs. So command these guys, make them betray the people, and then you fight the war chiefs with their help is so much fun, and is such like a big like you feel so powerful,
right?
And it's just so good because the first half of the game was fun, but like by the end of the game you're invincible because you can brand people in combat,
so you can just take over whoever whenever.
Yeah, so like you know how like Batman Arkham Asylum had like the takedown, so like you hit after
a certain amount of hits you kind of do the slow mo like stop and then knock them down.
So you have that, you can do your executions, but instead of your execution you can do a combat brand. So instead of killing the guy, you grab their face and suddenly they're fighting for you, and now they're
just in the fight with you.
Yes. Okay. And
I never actually played. I played the first like 3 or 4 hours of Shadow of War because I had it for a while. I never beat it.
Mordor, not War.
Oh, Shadows of Mordor. Yeah.
The like right before Endgame is definitely the best. And you get upgrades to where you can do the executions more often. Yeah. So you end up like if you're in a horde by yourself, it's suddenly you and other people fighting a horde, and it's so
it's like
much fun.
It's a war. Yeah. At that point, it's like a brawl.
Right.
Yeah. So I never got to play any of those, and by got to play, I mean I played the first 4 or 5 hours of it and then lost the game. I just lost the disc somewhere.
Right.
Someone stole it or someone took it and I didn't notice.
You heard it here first. Warren's making accusations.
Or you could have just got lost. I don't know. There was just I had a box.
You moved around the time you got it.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a thing, just like the disc just doesn't exist anymore.
Right.
So I stopped playing it while I was in it. So are you gonna play the second one?
I've already started the
You've
second
already started.
one.
Okay.
Because I bought it from GameStop for like $10, and then the week after
the second one,
I bought Shadow of Mordor at GameStop for $10, and then the next week they had their Pro Day sale, and Shadow of War was $10, and I was like,
what? Okay, that's
give me.
That's less than a year old, isn't it?
Yeah, I want to say it came out in like November.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's less than a year old.
Which I think it's normally down to $30 by now.
And then it had like the Pro Day thing.
Yeah, but I picked up both games for $20 total, so it was totally worth it.
Oh, other thing when I went to go get Octopath, I don't know what the deal was, but it was like you put something toward this, you get $10 credit toward like a pre-owned game.
That's interesting.
I didn't want anything in that store. And they were like, but you get $10 free that you can't use any other time except for right now. Like, I don't want to pay more for anything. I just want this game. Right. Like, well, you have $10. I was like,
can I get a $10 game?
And he was like, that's what the guy was like. That's what the guy did. He was, he just went, well, what systems do you have? Like, Switch to PS4 is like, do you want Mirror's Edge Catalyst? I was like, it's $7. I'm like, sure. So I walked out with Octopath and Mirror's Edge.
That's so funny.
He's like, cool. I'll never play this.
But I own it now. You guys are trying to get rid of inventory?
I guess so. I just thought it was so funny. He was like, I don't want this game, and now it's in my collection. If this was like, what, 10 years ago, I'd be 14, 15. Right. If I walked into a store like that and they're like, do you want a free game? I'd freak out. Right. Back when you only got like 1 or 2 games, and now I'm getting a game like at least once a month.
Right. So it's like, I'm not going to play this. I don't have time for this.
I don't have time for this. I already have all the other games I have to play now. Also, I'm fairly certain Mirror's Edge Catalyst wasn't that great. Right. I think that's
That is why it is currently $7.
I think that was the game where they stopped doing like, and this is one of my biggest pet peeves in games usually, or like my preference, not a pet peeve, is I like skill-based games.
Yes.
I like games to where if I'm good at the game, I can do the things the game wants me to do.
Yes.
I don't like upgrades and equipment and things of just like, hey, you can now do a combat roll, which makes it easier to go under stuff by just running and pressing X and Y. I'm like, why couldn't I do that before? You didn't know how to do that before. Now you know how to do it. I'd rather just like have everything from the beginning,
right?
Whether it's confusing or not, and then figure it out. And as I play the game, maybe teach me, but I want all the tools when I start.
Right.
I understand why games don't do that, because it might overwhelm people.
Yeah.
But that's why people don't get into fighting games.
Right.
It's because fighting games are scary when you first start up and you open
because here's your character. That's it. Here's 16 characters.
It's here's your character. Here's 3 pages of command sheets. Memorize those. Then maybe memorize those, and you'll start to understand how this game works.
And that's just one character.
That's one character. And that's not even talking about like the meta game of like actually knowing how to fight somebody.
Yeah.
Now you just know all your things.
Right. You know what you can do.
Yeah, you don't know how to use them yet. Mm-hmm. And that's why fighting games don't get played as much.
Right.
That's why they're on the lower end of like genres.
Right, because a lot of them, the skill ceiling, the skill floor is high.
Yeah, you have to have a base amount of knowledge of so much just to even start.
Which is why Dragon Ball Z Fighters is doing so well, because it has a lower skill floor starting out.
It makes you feel good.
Yeah,
it makes you feel good when you start playing it.
And it's Dragon Ball Z, so I mean that also helps. But
because if it's 2 people who don't know how to play. You was it Super Rush?
Dragon Rush, I think
it's Dragon Rush. I think you rush to them and then you just mash square and you get to do a cool combo and it makes you feel good.
So it's very accessible. That's why it's the most signed up for thing at EVO.
Mm-hmm. Also, EVO's like the 4th this year.
Yeah, I'm mad. I'm gonna miss
August.
EVO.
You're gonna be in Japan.
Yeah. I don't know if we've said it on the show, but I am going to Japan. From July 30th. No, I'm leaving the 29th. From July 29th to August 10th, which means we're going to have 2 episodes where I'm not here, but I won't care because I'll be in Japan.
Yeah, that's super cool.
It's like that. Like for people of our interests, that's like the Holy Land to some people.
Well, I would feel just as excited to go to places like New York or somewhere.
Right.
I think anywhere of those like super metropolis areas.
Yeah.
I mean, Japan specifically is going to be super cool because it's such a different place.
Right.
Like I don't know if I'd go that far, but it's like the most different of a place you could be compared to like where we are in like
well, I was talking about people of our interests, like games, anime, all that
animation
stuff.
in general. Yeah,
like if you're in a room, that's going to turn more heads than saying I'm going to New York or California.
Ireland. Like I'm going to go to Ireland. Cool.
You like beer? Now, if I was in like a bar and I said I'm going to Ireland, then maybe I'd turn some heads.
But Japan's gonna be super cool. Also, on this podcast, I'm gonna let you know this. I gave you $100.
He gave me $100,
and you need to come back, and you need to on this podcast show me what you got me with that $100. And I really want to be impressed.
Hey, Warren, I brought you back $100 worth of yen.
I can't even spend this here. What the exchange rate is, I feel like I'm losing.
You would be losing money. If you took $100, exchanged it to yen, and then exchanged it back to dollars, you would lose money.
I would have less than $100.
Yeah, because exchange rates. Like, even though you have $100 worth of yen, you probably have to pay some sort of fee for exchanging it. So you lose money in the process.
I hate that.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, bring me back something cool.
I'll bring you back.
I want a life-size Monkey D. Luffy statue.
You don't even like One Piece.
I hate One Piece. I'll smash it.
but it'll be something that I have that people who like One Piece don't have, so I can brag to them.
I'm pretty sure, and this might be a thing I just either heard or saw in a quick video, but One Piece in Japan is essentially how like 90s Simpsons was, where it's like it's everywhere, like it's like a thing, like One Piece stuff is on everything.
Yeah,
like there's a One Piece everything, One Piece lunchbox, One Piece statues everywhere,
One Piece swimsuit.
Okay, let's get right into the news.
The news. Hey, I haven't said anything. Wait, no, I talked a little bit about Shadow more.
Oh, do you want to go? I didn't know you had anything else.
I did upgrade my Sonic Mania to Sonic Mania Plus.
I haven't done that.
For the grand total of $4.99.
Oh, I didn't know there was a thing.
It's really nifty because Sonic Mania Plus came out, but if you already own Sonic Mania, you can just download the extra stuff.
For free or
no, for $4.99.
So it's for $4.99.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's really cool because it adds this new thing called Encore Mode. It also adds 2 new characters, Mighty the Armadillo, and I think his name is Ray the Squirrel.
Is it the one that like he doesn't have? He's like just a round head, like yellow.
Yeah.
He's like the OC.
He's like he's from something.
Oh, I thought he was like...
Both of those characters are from...
The guy who did the art for that game, I thought that was his OC.
No. The guy... I know for a fact Marty the Armadillo was in Knuckles Chaotix. I
remember Marty the Armadillo.
I don't remember what Ray is from. But I'm pretty sure you can play through them in like the normal mode. Ray's thing, his like special thing is he does a like stomp. So like if you jump and then press jump again, he slams down to the ground.
Okay.
And then Ray... His thing is essentially the cape from Super Mario World.
He like floats, like kind of like the up and down tight kind of style.
Boo-weep, that thing, which is super nifty because if you know like a general layout of a thing, you can just skate past it, which is nifty. But the cool thing they added was Encore Mode, and basically instead of giving you lives, you have characters. So you start out with Sonic, and then you pick either Ray or Mighty, and so then you have them together, like how Tails would follow Sonic.
Yeah.
And then if you hit X, you
swap
switch.
out.
You switch between them. So then instead of extra lives for boxes, you get characters. So then you have like a backlog of characters. And
so you have like 4 or 5 characters following you around.
No,
like...
it shows 2 at once.
Okay.
But if one of them dies, it swaps them out for the next one.
Well.
And then if you lose every single character, then that's like your game over.
Okay.
Which is really cool.
I was really hoping for like a long train of characters.
that would be cool too. But the cool thing about that is you can change how you explore the level. So if this part can only be accessed by Knuckles, you have Knuckles. You go up there, and then you switch back to whoever and go to that part.
Mm-hmm. But it also makes every character super important.
Right. And then
you don't want to lose one.
Yeah. It also changes up the levels a little bit. Not enough that like I've been like, oh, this feels like a different level, but it just kind of slightly alters it. And then also it gives a new like difficulty level for the special stages. Like when you're running chasing the UFO to get the Chaos Emerald, it added like another tier of that.
Okay, like another
set.
Whatever.
So it's for $5, totally worth it.
I might get it. I beat Sonic Mania, but I beat Sonic Mania like over the course of like 6 months, 7 months. I didn't like play it all at once. It's a fun game.
Right, it's good.
It's fun as a Sonic game can be.
Yeah, like it's a great love letter to Genesis era Sonic.
Yeah, which was a thing I was never into.
Right, so like if you're not into that in general, you're not gonna like the game. But I mean,
I like the game. It was a good game.
Yeah,
but my caveat is it's as good as a Sonic game can be.
Right. So if your disposition to Sonic games in general are not that great, then it's like this is good to an extent.
Yeah, this is good as far as this thing can take.
Right.
Anything else? What you've been watching?
Me and my wife have started the current seasons of the Arrowverse.
Oh, come on.
So that is Arrow, The Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, and Supergirl. And those shows...
The amount of shows in the Arrowverse now, you might as well quit watching the shows and just start reading comics now.
Well, there's only 4 in the Arrowverse, currently.
4?
Yes.
And, like, how up-to-date with all of those do you have to be to make sure you understand what happens in each show?
To understand what happens in the show by itself, you don't have to watch the others. But there are crossover episodes, and they, like, slight reference each other. So, like, that's where, like, watching them in order comes in. Because you don't want to hit a crossover episode, and you're like, I don't understand who these people are.
I understand shows can't do this. And, I mean, it's the same thing that Marvel shows do.
Right.
It's like, hey, rando character, come in for 2 episodes. Okay, bye, rando character, that from the other show. Luke Cage Season 2.
Right.
But I would really love a thing of... It's on the same level of comic books.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, oh, you have to watch Supergirl, Arrow, and Flash this week. Because next week, the things that happens in this show will affect things that happen in that show in the show.
Right.
And I wish they were like... I wish it went one step further. Mm-hmm. I hate just, like, winks and nods toward, like, hey, you know we live in the same world, right?
Right. Well, I mean, I feel like things like that happen, but only in, like, the big crossover events. There's not, like, a slight thing that's going to affect everyone else. Except for Flashpoint. But it had... like, little to no effect on the other shows.
What Flashpoint happened in the show?
Yeah. It wasn't as... It wasn't to the scale of Flashpoint in...
You're making me angry.
In the comics. But it was like the Flash... that show's version of Flashpoint. So he still goes back, stops his mom, creates a different world, leaves that world to refix things, and then things are, like, different. But the show itself had the most ramifications from that. The only other thing that happened in another show was basically like, oh, we have to have something. This guy's daughter is a son now. And that's basically...
What?
Yeah.
I hate this. I really wish they just did stuff just to mess with things. It was like, hey, this guy's eye patch is on the other eye now.
Right.
Like, this is the new continuity. It's on his right eye.
They should have used that as an opportunity to either bring dead characters back or just, like, completely rewrite.
Or just recast somebody.
Yeah, be like, oh, this is what this person looks like now. So this is the 6th... I'm watching the 6th season of Arrow. I'm pretty sure a 7th one is already confirmed.
Jeez.
And I really... And I saw an article that said a Batwoman show is coming out.
That is coming out. And she is... I can't remember her name. She's a redhead.
Yeah.
And I think she's lesbian in this one.
Interesting.
For whatever reason.
Because CW.
I don't know if that's 100% confirmed. I don't like the way she looks, personally. Also, because Batgirl in actual Batman was...
This isn't Batgirl. This is Batwoman. It's a different character.
Is Batwoman like a canonical thing?
Yes.
I don't know who Batwoman is.
Yeah, she's not as big, or if she is, she's been more featured in comics recently.
Okay.
Because I
knew Batgirl, who was Barbara Gordon, who gets shot and who turns into Oracle.
Yeah, because I know there is a DC animated movie that features Nightwing, Batwoman, Batman, Robin, and Batwing, I think is the guy's name.
Batwing?
Yeah, he's like...
That's a stupid name.
They make fun of him in the thing, too. Because...
I hate that name. I've never heard of that name.
I think he's related to Alfred in some way. No, he's related to Lucius. He's like Lucius's son or grandson or nephew or something.
Hold on. Keep talking.
And there's at one point where they're flying in the Batwing. And they're like, hey, Batwing, do you want to ride in the U? It's really funny. It's Batman Bad Blood is the animated movie that it's from. But anyway. He's in like a robotic Batman suit. He kind of looks like the Arkham Knight.
He doesn't look like Arkham Knight. Oh my god. He's like, I'm so confused.
My main point.
He's so cool looking,
right?
And I hate him. He's so stupid, and I hate him, but he looks so good.
My main point
God
here
dang, I'm so mad at that.
Being, there are too many DC shows. After season 7, they need to of Arrow. They need to stop it, and they can still just feature him in crossover episodes. Like if his character exists, we don't need any more. Like 7's already happening. So, like, I'm not going to say 7 shouldn't happen. It is happening. But after 7, just stop. Bring him in for crossovers. Like, let his character be a thing. Because you have too many shows.
And then they're starting, there's going to be a Batwoman show.
Yes.
Let me break this down. Just so I understand.
Yes.
Because I just also watched a few episodes of the Black Lightning,
which is made by DC.
Yes.
It is in CW, not currently part of the Arrowverse.
So this is where I'm confused. So we have Supergirl.
Yes.
Or is it Supergirl or Superwoman?
Supergirl
in this.
Yes.
Normally.
Kara Danvers.
Yeah. Okay. Supergirl, Legends of Tomorrow.
Yes.
Arrow.
Yes.
Flash.
Yes.
Those are the 4 shows in that Arrowverse.
Yes.
Plus, we also have Gotham.
Yes.
Which is not in the Arrowverse.
No, not at all.
Because it's like 20-something years before.
Which Gotham is about to end. I'm pretty sure it's on its last season.
And... weird. And now there's Black Lightning.
Yes.
There are 6 DC shows.
Yes.
2 of which are not connected to these 4.
Yes.
These 4 are connected, but only like when it's convenient to do a cool crossover episode.
Yes.
So,
well,
and each one's an hour-long drama, or each one's an hour-long whatever.
Yeah. I will say that Arrow and Flash are the 2 most connected. Like,
because they were the first.
Yeah, they are the ones that are more likely to casually have a character from the other show, even if it's not a big crossover episode.
They'll have like the girl,
like Felicity, or there's a part where someone dies, and
spoiler.
Someone dies, and
X is dead.
Yes, Red X is dead. And it is in Arrow, and Barry is at the funeral.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
And they're all like... Which one's like the most popular? Arrow or Flash? I'll tell you right now, Black Lightning's not going to be the most popular one. I've watched that show. It's not garbage. It's not terrible. Mm-hmm. The villain in that show is cool. I already forgot his name, so he's not that cool. But Black Lightning's costume in that show looks straight up like a dumb cosplay.
That's
like
hilarious.
he has weird dumb goggles, and he has like LED lightning bolts on his chest that if I saw at like Comic-Con, I'd be like, that's really impressive. But when I'm watching on a TV show, it looks like a costume. It's really bad looking. At least Flash's isn't the best. Flash's costume isn't the best. I don't love it. I don't hate it.
But it works.
It looks
like the Flash. Like
it looks right.
Yeah. It's probably the best you can do in a live action.
I understand that you can't do what they did in the comic books and the shows where he has his costume in a ring.
Yeah.
And it's just spandex and he just puts it on because he'll look stupid.
Right.
I understand that. And I think Supergirl's looks alright.
Yeah, hers definitely looks alright.
Arrow by far looks the best.
And he's probably the one who looks the least like his comic book counterpart.
But they did the most with it because Arrow in the comic books and everything had like
almost like Robin Hood looking.
Like he had like the hat.
Yeah.
And everything. In this one he has just a hood.
Right.
But but it makes sense. I understand transitioning. I don't want you to try to I understand you can't make the things from the comic books look good in real life.
Yeah.
Just make the thing look good.
Right.
I'm sorry. I just hate it.
No. I get it.
I ran into the Black Lightning show. And I watched it for a while, and I was just halfway through, I was just kind of seething.
Right. And it's not in the Arrowverse, but that doesn't mean that it can't be in the Arrowverse. Because
I hate that. I hate what you just said.
Because
I hate that.
Especially in Flash, they explore multiverse. There are different Earths. So Supergirl does not take place in the same Earth that Flash and Arrow is in. She is on a different one. Like how DC Universe 52 Earths.
Oh, I get it.
She's on a whole different one. So right now people are wondering if Batwoman is going to take place in the same Earth as Flash and Arrow,
God,
the same
I hate
Earth
this.
as Supergirl,
This is
or its own Earth.
I understand why comic books did it.
Yes.
Comic books did it because you had new authors come in all the time, and you had all this different stuff, and you had to figure out why this person did what and whatever. Multiple Earths kind of help that. This one is, we kind of throw things over there when this author made something in this issue of the comic book, and we have to make it canon somehow. So it's over in this Earth. This is a collective effort from CW. You can talk to each other and be like, hey, can this work here?
I think the main reason they put Supergirl on her own Earth is because then it'd be like, oh, well, why isn't Supergirl just stopping all the problems?
Saving all crime ever?
Right.
Which is kind of the question all the time.
Yeah.
For Superman. But I hate it.
Yeah, I get it. And on top,
I understand why people enjoy the CW superhero shows, but and I'm mad because I like DC. I almost like DC more than Marvel sometimes. It's always dependent, but all these shows feel like, and I mean I have a whole other list of complaints for them. But all these shows feel like the Marvel TV universe diet. The diet form of this. We're going to do this, but we're going to make it a little bit more palatable so when your mommy walks in, when your mom or your girlfriend who doesn't like superheroes, she can also enjoy it.
And it's just, those shows would be a whole lot...
It's less potent.
Yeah, it would be a whole lot better if it wasn't on the CW. But I also feel like a whole lot less people would watch if it wasn't the CW. Because the CW stuff is what gets, the general audience. Yeah. But, I don't know. The CW shows feel like they go to, the lowest common denominator. 100%, yes.
The CW shows pander to the lowest common denominator of people.
It's why they can have, really good scenes, really good,
Yeah, that's the thing I hate the most is, I'm saying this, but also, there are, I think the first, 3 or 4 seasons of Arrow,
The second season of Arrow is so good. It's the one with Deathstroke.
Yeah, the first season, the second season, I think the fourth season are, all really good. I can't remember, but I think the third season I didn't care for.
The third season was the one with the League of Assassins, Ra's al Ghul and all that stuff.
And then the fourth season's the one... Fourth season kicked off with... The fourth season, I'm pretty sure, had The Flash in it. Is that the first season with The Flash, or was that the third season?
The third season was the first one with The Flash. Because The Flash actually helps him fight Ra's al Ghul at the end.
I remember that now. So I watched the first 2 seasons of Flash, and I watched the first 2 seasons of Arrow, and then I watched half of the third season, all of the fourth season. And then the other shows I've just kind of... I'm not even going to care. Especially after you told me that Supergirl isn't even in the same Earth.
It's not.
Though I have seen my favorite thing is... And you can do this with anything. They did this a lot with Doctor Strange when he was running around New York. I love people taking, phone footage of the sets when they're doing the big fight scenes with all the CW people. And you see, you see Supergirl, walk onto stage and she jumps and she jumps and actually she's just like crashed down.
Yeah.
And she's like, "I'll save us."
Yeah.
And it's like, but there's no special effects or anything. And you see Barry in the background.
He's like shaking his arm, doing the tornado thing.
He's doing the tornado thing, but it's just nothing happening because there's no effects on it. And he's like in the background doing this, and she's going, "This is really stupid."
It's so funny.
Compared to Daredevil fight scenes.
Oh gosh, Daredevil, because the Marvel shows, they're a lot more grounded until you get into your evil ninja cults. Besides the evil ninja cult, the Daredevil show or the Marvel shows are a lot more grounded because they're, for the most part, just people.
The only like weird special effect and the only like magic in the show is Iron Man fist.
Iron Fist.
Iron Fist. I said Iron Man.
Yes.
I said that. I said Iron Man's fist. Iron Fist.
Yeah.
That's the only like magic in the show.
Right.
And that's just like CG glowing hands.
Yeah, a dude punching with a jaundice hand.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to think of anything else that's like, yeah, there's the ninja cult and there's like the guy who can't die.
Yeah.
From the second season.
Nobu. I think that's who that was. Because he was in the first season too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he beat Daredevil.
Yeah.
And then he went back and they went back and attacked. They went back and had like a second round. I don't know. I don't like the idea of these. I don't like the idea of all the DC CW shows because I want all the worst thing is I don't want any of these shows to be popular.
Mm-hmm.
I want these shows to be good.
Right.
Like it almost makes it worse when they get like super popular or whatever, and I watch them and they're just like teen dramas. Right.
And really it's a little bit of superheroes and a lot of teen drama.
Right, that's exactly what it is. So it's like the MTV show, and you probably never watched it because I don't feel like this was ever your like wheelhouse. But like Teen Wolf,
nah.
When it came back on as a TV show, it was kind of that same vein. Like, yeah, werewolves. Also, mostly it's also like high school drama crap. Like, but also werewolves.
Yeah, can we get back to the werewolves? I think we should stick with the werewolves.
The werewolves, the cool part. Dang it! I want more werewolves. I want more action. And again, I also understand with like the CW, their budget's probably not as big,
right,
as Marvel. Also, they're probably using most of their like budget instead of using on choreography and training and like getting people to fight better.
Right,
goes into special effects, but it's still TV special effects. So TV special effects are kind of,
which is why I feel like consistently over the line of the entire thing, Arrow has probably been the best show because there's not as much special effects they have to do.
Yeah, you don't need it.
And Stephen Amell, I think that's the actor's name, he is naturally like athletic, so he can do a lot of the stuff.
Mm-hmm. Did you see this is a complete tangent, the dude that plays Daredevil, did you see that he tried to go out for the role for Han Solo in the Solo movie?
Really?
Yeah.
I that might have made me watch it if it was him.
Do you know why he couldn't get it?
Why?
Because their criticism for his audition was that he didn't maintain eye contact with the cast when he was talking to them.
What's 'cause he's blind?
That's seriously why though, because the reason like he would just like stare out into space, or he like would like look around
because he's conditioned to not look at the actors
because he just played like 2.5 seasons of being Daredevil where he doesn't have to.
Right.
So he's
and
like,
not only does he not have to, he's really not supposed to.
Yeah, he's never supposed to look at them. He's supposed to look through, basically like look through them. Mm-hmm. And so one of the criticisms when he got on there was like, yeah, you don't like look at anyone when you talk to them. It's really creepy.
It's like it's an audition. I can do better.
He got conditioned to not look at people. That's so funny to me. It wasn't going to be a thing of like, oh well, you're Daredevil. We don't want, which I don't think.
No, it's still Disney.
Yeah, it's still Disney.
They can work around their own schedule.
Also, I really want Sorry, the waveform stopped moving for a second. It freaked me out.
Oh.
I really want a thing where it's like the scene from Daredevil where the Kingpin uses the car door over and over again.
Oh God.
I really want that, and I want when the car door opens for the last time. I kind of want Mickey Mouse to come out and do the little
the Disney thing,
just to make sure you remember who owns this IP.
Man, that's such a
Just any scene like that from any of those shows, because
none of it, the freaking prison wing scene from season 2.
Yeah, with Punisher.
Yeah,
just instead of the Punisher thing, it's just a big Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse, yeah, when it's from the top. Also, I just wanted to be said here on the show that scene is the only scene that my parents walked in with me watching. Me and Aaron were watching it. I was home from college. So we were going to watch an episode of Daredevil, and she walks in, and Frank Castle is just killing an entire prison wing, twice as gory as anything that had been on that show so far. And it's yeah, of course this is what you walk
just
in
piles
on.
Of people.
Thanks, Mom.
It's okay. Any scene that has overt violence or overt
sexuality.
Yeah, sexuality or nudity is always going to be the scene
the parents
walk in on.
Your parents, your roommate. Happen.
Nothing's worse than doing no. What are you watching? Oh, I'm just watching this new anime. You watch anime? Isn't that the weird Japanese cartoons with the boobs? No, it's really, really smart. Designs and critiques.
And there's Yoko.
And gosh dang it, Yoko! No, Gurren Lagann's a really good anime. Why does she have the biggest jiggle physics?
Why is that pig mole in between that woman's breasts? Okay.
Okay, sometimes it's weird.
Yeah.
You have to look past it and look into the social commentary over the political statements they're making. But also this. Yeah. This is also there.
This isn't why I watch it. It's just there.
Some people watch it for that. I look past it.
Yeah, then the person's dad's and I go to Hooters for the wings. And it's shut up!
Girls Bravo is a good anime.
It's deep, okay?
High School for the Dead is a good anime.
I actually know nothing about High School for the Dead.
Have you ever seen the infamous scene with the bullet?
No.
The bullet goes through the breast. You ever seen that scene?
No.
It's a slow-mo thing with a sniper rifle. I think this is High School for the Dead. I hope so. It's the thing where the sniper rifle, they shoot the bullet, and the girl does a sick Matrix backflip, and then just goes woo, and it goes between the. You've never seen that?
No.
It's the most iconic stupid anime thing ever.
That's hilarious.
It's so dumb.
All right, I don't want to get before we move on. I do want to talk about one more DC thing.
What is it?
I saw the trailer this morning.
For what?
For Titans.
That looks so dumb.
I was gonna say bad, but yes.
So dumb. Okay. It's this is what the trailer made me feel.
Yes.
And this goes perfectly with what I was just talking about.
Yes.
The thing I just said of man, CW shows are so lowest common denominator. They kind of pander to this teen drama stuff, and they're not really doing the same kind of more grounded, more realistic, not edgy, but darker idea of the universe, what Marvel's Netflix shows.
Yeah.
And it's someone heard people like me talk over at DC, and they're okay, we understand what you want. Let's give Edgelord Robin.
It's just
it looks so dark, and it looks so,
unnecessarily dark. Robin's out there snapping necks for no reason. It looks
unnecessarily dark, both thematically and literally.
Yeah.
Every scene was in a dark room.
Well, that's because you can't use stunt doubles if it's brightly lit.
True.
And if no one's wearing a mask.
And I also get it because there's Raven in it. Raven actually, as a character, looks kind of cool. till like the last scene thing with it, where she like
it looks like low budget horror movie. Yes. Who asked for this show? Okay,
do you know what I asked for?
People who are a fan of Teen Titans like Teen Titans because of two shows, Teen Titans and Teen Titans Go. You know what Teen Titans and Teen Titans Go is not? Unnecessarily, stupidly edgy and dark. We want a giant...
We asked for Teen Titans.
We want a giant T in the background while they eat pizza and talk about tofu waffles, okay?
We've asked for Teen Titans since Teen Titans got canceled.
Yeah, and then they gave us of Teen Titans.
We get two radically different Teen Titans, neither one of which are what we want. We get cartoon, like sketch comedy Teen Titans, and then we get uber dark live action Teen Titans. You know what I want? I want any of like the DC, like I want the same animation. I mean, you can't because I understand why.
Right.
I want the DC animated movies things that we get.
Yeah.
Like if you go on Hulu right now, you can go watch Under the Red Hood, Justice League versus Teen Titans.
Yeah. Bad Blood, Batman versus Robin, Judas Contract,
Flashpoint, the Flashpoint one,
Justice League Dark,
Justice League Doom.
Oh, Doom.
Where the entire
there's two, Justice League Doom and Justice League Dark.
Oh no, Dark. I haven't seen Dark then.
Yeah, Justice League Dark has like John Constantine and some other.
Oh wait,
characters.
Yeah, I've seen that. John Constantine and then like the Ghost and they're fighting. Yeah. And the girl, the magic girl. Zatanna. And Batman, yeah. And all those are great, and they have the right tone. They have the right tone where it's dark, but not like taking itself too seriously. Mm-hmm. And it deals with real subjects, and it's not too kiddie, but it's not something someone who's like 12 or 13 can watch and either get like traumatized or can't understand it.
Right. It's like the perfect demographic for like its audience.
It's a perfect demographic for comic book superhero stuff, where it's like there's stuff in this that is very deep and very meaningful on a deeper level, and has good action, animation, and whatever to enjoy, but it's also kind of fun to watch. Right. And so a younger audience, someone who's not like maybe not Teen Titans Go age.
Right.
Maybe someone maybe like 12, 13, like...
Right, 12 and up.
12 and up, yeah. Like that age range, and then like on to Infinite.
Yeah.
Because it's just a story or whatever that is kind of like ageless.
Yes.
After a certain point. Like it's something you can appreciate at any age.
Right.
That being said, this Titan show looks really, really dumb. The one thing that I'll say about it all, that out of everything I saw, Beast Boy looked cool.
Yeah.
Beast Boy looks like it looks kind of like... He's a good Beast Boy. Like, he looks like him.
Yeah.
Which I guess is easy. We just make someone green.
Right.
But he even has, like, the sideburns thing.
Right.
And I saw him, like, start to transform when he jumped.
Mm-hmm.
But...
And, like... I think they already said that they're doing like a Robin to Nightwing arc, but I feel like they should have just started with Nightwing, like if you're going to do that.
And then
because he's already like super edgy, like this is like the Robin who's like going on his own, and
right.
So it's like he has a grudge against Batman.
If you wanted a darker Robin, just
don't do Teen Titans.
Yeah, just do a I would almost be more okay if you just said you were gonna do a Nightwing show.
Yeah,
Have a Nightwing show and have Batfleck show up every once in a while to give him advice.
And, like, just... Starfire looks awful.
Oh, yeah, she does look awful. She has, like, a weird, like, fur coat thing going on.
Yeah, she looks like a hooker. And, like...
And she has, like, the weird, like, super curly, like, glowy hair. Like, it's... I get the look.
Yes.
Like, she has the super curly hair, and it looks like there's almost, like, embers inside of her hair.
Yeah.
And it's kind of glowing outwardly. It looks dumb.
Yeah, just... It's...
Also,
hard pass immediately.
So who's the group right now? Who?
I think it's just the four. I think it's Beast Boy, Robin, Raven, Starfire.
Because
in New 52, Cyborg's a part of the Avengers, not the Teen Titans.
You mean the Justice League.
Well, like post New 52.
It's Justice League. You said Avengers.
Oh, yes. Sorry. I was thinking of good things.
Ha.
Got him.
Yeah, I know, and I get that, but in newer stuff,
right?
You also get
a replacement member.
You get Blue Beetle.
Yeah, Blue Beetle.
Blue Beetle is basically the replacement Cyborg.
Right.
Which Blue Beetle's a cool character.
Yeah. I don't know if he's like going to be. I don't know if there's a confirmed.
I love the idea
right
of like
now.
basically a schizophrenic hero.
Yeah. It's just. And here's the thing. They're using more? It. I'm gonna look up real quick to see if this show is supposed to have more. In the original, like in the show, it was 5.
It's always 5, right?
Yeah.
I think
5, 4, 3, 2, go, Teen Titans.
Teen Titans. Oh, now there's 6 in. Well, there's. Oh, I'm trying to think how this works. Because in the animated movie thing. The one that's basically like the one with Terra. Yeah. There's also Starfire and Robin are not Teen Titans.
I thought Starfire was. Because Nightwing used to be one and he wasn't anymore. I thought Starfire was like the
Starfire and Robin
was like the leader. She was like
Starfire and Robin are not Teen Titans. They are like the guardians of the Teen Titans. So yes, you're right. But they're like. They're a Teen Titan.
Yeah, the main 4 is just those in the show.
That's
disappointing.
Give me like one more character.
Right.
But in the movie thing, it was like Robin and Starfire were like the head of the Teen Titans.
I think Cyborg ends up joining with them in that movie too.
Because he does, but it's like because that's in the movie Justice League versus
the Teen Titans.
And Cyborg gets. Possessed or like gets like controlled by him. Yeah. But they stop it.
Yeah.
They save him.
And then he's like, "You guys are cool and more my speed." So
because at the end of the movie, he comes in with pizza.
Yeah.
He has like he comes in a boom tune like, "I brought pizza," and like the Justice League's on the TV, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" Like, I gotta go.
But all this to say that this isn't like a CW show. This isn't going on the network. This is going on their streaming service that they are making.
What?
They're making
Wait, what?
DC Universe is what they're calling it. They're making a streaming service. And this is
how much are they charging a month for this?
$7.99. The price
you don't have.
The side. Well, here's the thing. There are multiple things. So you're going to be able to read comics on it. I don't know if they're going to have their entire backlog, but you are going to be able to read comics on there.
Okay, that alone is the most worth it. I'll take that. I'll take it back.
And they have their backlog of animated movies and shows. So like Batman the Animated Series is going to be on there.
This is mean.
Titans is coming on here. And this is where Young Justice Season 3 is going to be. So you're going to have to at least get it for a month. But here's the thing. Here's the other thing. The CW shows have a streaming deal with Netflix, so they're not even going to be on here.
That is so stupid,
right?
That is all so stupid,
right?
There's so many things wrong with that. This shows how little foresight they had. Of just like, yeah, we made a contract with Netflix to do the Netflix thing. Because Netflix. Oh man, you know what would be better? If we had to pay Netflix and we just made the money ourselves. Let's just do that. We already gave our stuff to Netflix. The things that everyone likes us for. Dang it. Wait, what else do we have? Oh yeah. We have a whole catalog of stuff people love.
So we're going to hoard it.
Yeah, we have all this good stuff. That we did 20, 30 years ago, and we can pad that out with all the crap we're making now.
And it's the epitome of everything that I hate and everything that I'm worried about in the future. Because we cut the cord because we are tired of paying so much for cable. But now everyone, instead of pouring their stuff into the big streaming sites, they're starting to take their stuff away and make their own streaming services. And you know what? You know what it's like when you're paying for all these different streaming services?
Like channels.
It's like you're paying for cable.
Yeah.
And That's what we started streaming because we don't like cable.
The funniest thing that's gonna happen to us in the next few years is going to be there's gonna be a company, and what they do, they're an aggregate for streaming services. I was like, you guys want the Disney streaming service? You guys want the DC streaming service? You guys want the Netflix? You guys want Hulu? You guys want Fox Now? You guys want HBO Go?
Well, here, buy our basic package.
Buy this thing, and it's $50 a month, but you're getting 8 different streaming services that you love.
Shoot me.
It's just channels.
Yeah, we're there. We're back to TV.
Now I'll go back to stuff like Verve.
Yeah.
Verve is like...
It's an aggregate. It's what you just said.
Yeah. But Verve is like...
Oh, sorry.
Verve is nice in the fact of... Like, it's the best deal. Because what's Crunchyroll a month?
Like, probably $6.99 at the lowest.
I thought Crunchyroll was $10 a month.
Oh, it might be. I think Funimation was like $5.99.
Because I think Crunchyroll was $10 a month, and for the same price, you can get Crunchyroll plus 10 other channels.
Right,
and I understand that, like, some of those channels are... Like, I'm never watching the channel made by the guy from Mythbusters.
Right.
I've never clicked on that, like, section. I know it exists. There might be some people who like it. I don't care.
And Verve is great because it
gives you like weird niche shows.
Yes, it's centralized. So you have your Crunchyroll and your Funimation, but then it also has your like it has Rooster Teeth on it, like Rooster Teeth, Nerdist, Geek and Sundry. So and it has select shows too. Like they have Verve Select where you can watch Freakazoid, or you can watch Harmon Quest, which isn't even on a channel. They're just like, hey, I think people would like these shows.
Yeah, so I feel like I'm crapping on like the package deal thing. Verve is the best thing of that, of just like...
Well, it's $10 versus the idea of a $50 package.
Well, yeah, but it's also like on this much smaller scale to where it's like, yeah, these are not the most high quality shows and they're not like the best things, but they're very niche subjects that you're not going to find anywhere. You're not going to really find this type of content anywhere else.
Right.
And this content would not exist if we didn't package it up with this. Also, you're already paying the exact same amount for Crunchyroll.
Right.
So just take that Crunchyroll payment that you're already using for anime and just give it to us. You still get Crunchyroll and you get all this other stuff.
Right. You can watch these subbed shows. You can watch these dubbed shows.
Mm-hmm. That Verve is like the best version of that. I'm still not happy with it all the time.
Like, and for someone like me who watches Critical Role, if you like anime and Critical Role, there's no reason not to have Verve.
Right.
Because you can watch Critical Role in there, and you can watch, they have like a talking show, like, you know, like Talking Dead, they have their version of that.
Oh.
And there's, because Geek and Sundry has a partnership with Project Alpha, which is another, I really don't really understand what it is, but there are stuff that are Alpha, like exclusives, that are on Verve, which is nice.
That's odd.
Also, really quick, I wanted to say this in the beginning, but I realized how much of an internet grandpa I am when I was editing last week's episode.
What's up?
Because I said the thing about Inside.
Yeah.
The spoilers, and I was like, I'll just put in an annotation to skip to when it's over. YouTube doesn't have annotations anymore.
They don't?
No, if I went to add an annotation, it was like, oh, hey, we don't do this anymore. Old annotations will still show up, but you can't add anymore. And I was like,
what?
Oh. And it reminded me of a tweet that I saw of Tim from Marble Hornets.
Yeah.
He was, the tweet basically boiled down to, it's hard to explain to the arc in the context of Marble Hornets now that video responses aren't a thing on YouTube anymore.
Oh, crap.
And I was like, oh yeah, because that's how it started. It wasn't just a random video. It was a video response that just kept happening. And people were like, oh, it's a game jacker. This guy isn't real. Until they realized, oh.
This is real.
This is real.
I didn't know video responses weren't a thing anymore.
No, they haven't been a thing forever.
I don't remember the last time I saw a video response.
Between season 1 and 2 of Marble Hornets, video responses stopped being a thing. That's why, like, they weren't going to do To the Arc season 2 anymore.
Weird. But I didn't know that.
People demanded it, so they kept doing it on the thing.
Because people who already knew about it would have already subscribed to
the
show.
they liked To the Arc.
That's so odd. I didn't know you couldn't do annotations anymore.
Mm-hmm. They have like the end slate that you can add.
Yeah, would you do?
I just put a timestamp in the comments. No, the comments, the description, like spoilers in here.
The way I always see it done is like, we're gonna start spoilers in 3, 2, 1. Cut. Editor. Hey guys, if you don't want to hear spoilers, go to 5 minutes 54 seconds right here. Okay, back to the thing. That's usually for podcasts where you can't annotate it.
Gotcha.
But you have to find some way to tell them.
Yeah.
I see a lot of podcasts do that, which always help. Or they always do spoiler cast, which is like the end of the podcast is dedicated to talking about its thing in spoilers. Which is always, I think, the smartest thing. You say your whole thing, get to the end, talk about it all. Any other news?
I got a couple things. So, first, really quick, Talking Dead, Yvette Nicole Brown is officially the new Talking Dead person.
That's nice.
Ooh, that's nice. She deserves it too. Like, as soon as it was announced that Chris Hardwick would no longer be the person, I feel like the internet collectively was like
Yvette.
There's one person who can do this job.
You have to pick this person.
Right, and I'm sure she was happy to do it too.
Because she's a super fan.
Yeah, like that's how they would always address her as.
Yeah, we talked about this last week.
Yeah, and we even said like it needs to be her.
Was it a speculation then, or
back then we just said we hope, because she did a panel that he was supposed to do.
Oh, and that's where everyone was like, I think this is probably what's gonna.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now confirmed. That's really, really good for her. Happy for her.
Poor Chris Hardwick. I guess. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I shouldn't say that, but also I'm gonna miss seeing that guy. Actually, no, I'm not, because I never watched Talking Dead.
Right. I watched Talking Dead a lot, maybe 5th season. I liked it when I watched it. It's just a lot of time to dedicate right after, and it's normally like 11 at night. People in
Hollywood need to stop doing things.
Yeah.
Everyone in Hollywood needs to just kind of...
The city that never sleeps, because you guys...
That's New York.
Decide to... You know what... Moving on.
Everyone in New York... dang it, man. Everyone in Hollywood just need to wear, like, oven mitts. That would prevent sexual harassment.
It's true. It's true.
If everyone just had... If the new standard policy for dress code is just oven mitts...
Mm-hmm.
You can't... And, like, big, gaudy ones, too. To where, like, I can always see where your hands are going. Also, if you punch me, it doesn't hurt. Have you been punched with an oven mitt? It doesn't hurt that bad.
And there are a lot of, like... You know what? Never mind. I'm not getting into
I know, it's a bad subject to get into.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, fix all problems, oven mitts.
Yeah.
In neon green and pink.
And remember, just think back to, like, elementary school, preschool even. Even before that, you're in daycare, and someone tells you to keep your hands to yourself. Never forget. It's important. Moving on. A little bit of DBZ news. Broly.
Oh yeah, the Broly movie. He's canon now.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works.
So the movie...
Is this going to be the first time he shows up?
Yes.
Canonically?
So this movie is canon.
But the other movie's not.
No, this is going to be Broly's first canon appearance, and he's actually being written by Akira Toriyama.
Not only is he being written by Akira Toriyama, but I think the guy who originally wrote the Broly movie is helping. Because
I don't remember
his name. That guy's really funny.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's a very he loves the guy who wrote the Broly movie. Loves Broly,
which is funny because a lot of fans hate Broly.
And that guy's very vocal of like, hey, all these stupid new characters that are in DBZ or Dragon Ball Super, Broly can beat up. These new, like the new Saiyans you see in Super, yeah, he's better than them. He can totally beat up Goku, and he can totally beat Jiren, and he can totally beat Hit and all these people. Broly's the best, guys. I don't know why no one's talking about how cool Broly is. Bring Broly back.
And here he comes.
Broly's dope. I don't know why people don't like Broly.
People like Broly as a design. People don't like the way Broly is written.
As a stupid idiot.
Yeah.
That's mad at Kakarot because he cried.
Because he cried, yeah.
I mean, it's silly.
There's one of the guys from Team 4-Star has a whole thing talking about how talking about how to fix Broly, how much better of a character Broly would be if his hate was fixed on Vegeta instead of Goku. Because Vegeta's
dad tried to kill him.
Yeah, but no. Goku cried a lot.
Yeah.
It's always Goku.
Yeah. I love Broly. Broly's so cool.
So I wonder how his personality is going to be.
The Broly blast, that is green thing where he's whoop, and the whole world turns green and it condenses into the blast and then he throws it down. Broly's so cool.
See, I think it's interesting because the first trailer for this new movie came out months ago, and it was just Goku, and it didn't show the person he was fighting, and the person had green energy. And some people were like, Broly has green energy, and other people were like, no, why would it be Broly? It's not going to be Broly. It's Broly.
I love Broly so much. I'm so happy. He's my favorite type of thing.
So, sticking with Dragon Ball Z.
Keep telling me more things. I'm just going to react. I'm not adding anything. I'm just excited now.
Officially confirmed, Base Form Vegeta and Base Form Goku are the next DLC characters for Dragon Ball FighterZ. Yep.
Are you serious?
Yes. Which means you can have a team of all Gokus fighting a team of all Vegetas.
Are you serious?
100% serious.
That's a joke.
No, it's real.
That is so dumb.
Well, think about it. There's not a Goku in that game right now that uses Spirit Bomb.
Yeah.
So it's like Saiyan Saga Goku and Saiyan Saga Vegeta.
What is he gonna look like? Is he just gonna be in the orange gi?
I think so.
That's gonna be so. At a glance, you can make the joke that every character, there's too many Saiyans, they all look alike. Yeah. It's very confusing. But at a glance, every character's color palette is different.
Right.
Goku is gold and orange.
Yes.
Team Gohan is
purple and yellow.
Purple and yellow.
Or purple gold.
Purple and gold. Gohan is short hair black, and then he has his is he in his gi?
He's in the gi.
So he has short hair and he has his gi. So he has short black hair in his gi. Yamcha has the long black hair and he's shorter and he has the gi. Mm-hmm. But now you're telling me we're going to get Goku, base form Goku in his gi.
He's going to look just like Gohan.
He's going to look either just like Gohan or just like Yamcha. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be so confusing.
I am much more excited for base form Vegeta than I am for base form Goku. Because base form Vegeta, you got the scouter and you got the tail.
That's true. And now you can have Nappa and Vegeta.
Yeah.
Base form Nappa and Vegeta.
I hope there's a dramatic finish for Nappa.
Oh, you're totally gonna get for Nappa to kill Nappa or for Nappa on Vegeta?
Both.
Because
I want a Nappa revenge like the Cyberman revenge.
Yeah. Because I love the one with Yamcha and Nappa.
Yeah.
Where he throws it back at Nappa and he blows up and
he does the Yamcha pose.
He's in the Yamcha pose, and I would love one of Nappa going, or Vegeta going in for the kill, and Nappa just grabs him and spins him up and throws him in the air and blasts him in the air. I'm like, that's how it feels.
People are really hoping that one of Vegeta's level 3s will be a quick Great Ape. Yeah.
Yes, that'd be so cool.
That would be worth it. There's you get your Spirit Bomb with Goku, that's cool, but Vegeta early on is much more. He's a much more different character.
No, Vegeta deserves it more than Goku. Goku from beginning to end of Dragon Ball Z is a very similar character.
Yes, but Vegeta is the one who changes. Even in the I would even be okay with after this getting a Majin Vegeta. Like
Majin Vegeta is just so Vegeta in Majin Vegeta from I'm trying to think Vegeta from the Saiyan arc is a completely different character than the Vegeta in the Namekian arc.
Yes,
because he goes from being a soldier of Frieza to being a rogue agent.
Yes,
and trying to defy Frieza. Then he goes from being that to basically helping everyone.
Like a reluctant guardian.
He's a reluctant Z fighter, and he has a child now. Mm-hmm. And then in the Cell Saga, he also gets like the whole dynamic of having like a teenage son,
right? That
he has to like, that he's basically bullying, like being like almost an abusive father toward, and he has like a son that doesn't feel. That feels disrespected by him.
Right.
And then you get him in the Majin Buu saga, and then he's basically in full form of going like, no, I'm not going to be this. I'm going to be super evil.
Yeah,
and then he turns back around and goes like, oh no, I'm super good.
Right, because he's like, he looks back on everything, and he's like, the person I am now has not made me stronger than Goku.
Right.
So I'm going to go back to how I was. And then he's like, oh, that I'm still not stronger than Goku. Right. And I have a family.
Yeah, he was like, I'm the Prince of all Saiyans, and I just turned into like a dumb dad.
Yeah.
This is stupid. Oh, wait, I like being a dumb dad. Screw you guys.
Now I'm going to blow myself up and then come back.
And it doesn't work.
No. Because that never works. No one has blown themselves up in Dragon Ball Z, and it ever worked.
No, you're right.
Yeah. No,
that's a good solid 5 seconds of dead guy.
No one has ever sacrificed themselves and it worked. Well, I mean Goku, but he doesn't blow himself up.
You know, he literally blows himself up.
No,
he takes Cell over to King.
Cell blows up. I'm saying no one has made themselves explode and it work.
Technicality, he did literally teleport Cell to die with him.
I'm saying someone exploding themselves as an attack.
Yeah, you're right. No, technically you're right.
I'm the exact thing that I'm saying.
Goku literally killed himself twice.
Yes.
To defeat the person.
Only helped once.
Killed Raditz, killed Cell.
Cell killed himself and then came back immediately after.
After he blew up on Kigai's planet?
Yeah. He reforms from one single cell and then messes up Gohan's arm.
Wait.
Gohan kills Cell.
Yes. Sorry, I got the order wrong.
Yeah.
I thought they did like the big blast thing.
No.
Then he like blew up and then he like blew up and then he came back again. And then
no.
Like I thought Kamehameha come back, blow up, Goku dies.
Nah, Gohan beats up Cell.
I got that backwards.
He spits up 18. He explodes himself. He reforms and comes back even stronger because Saiyan DNA. Bullcrap.
Crap, Saiyan DNA is the best.
Yeah, dude. You win by losing.
Yeah. And Saiyan DNA mixed with human DNA is even more OP because now you have unlimited potential and you get better every time you lose.
Right. That's why Gohan's strongest in the universe, but not really. So that means since base Goku and Vegeta have been confirmed that the original leak is 100% true because it's been right all the way up to this point, which means
Bardock Broly base forms.
Yeah, Bardock Broly base forms, Vegito, and merge Zamasu.
Yeah.
Which means that the next two DLC characters are going to be Jiren and Super 17. Not to be confused with Super 17. Dragon Ball Super 17. Not to be confused with Super 17, the character from GT.
Oh my God, I hate that. Just name it something better.
Well, he's Android 17. He's probably not going to be called Super 17. He's probably going to be called...
He's just 17, but just from Super.
Yeah, so he'll be wearing like the green t-shirt or whatever, not his...
like bandana and black shirt.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Yeah, still dumb.
Because, I mean, I haven't gotten that far, but apparently he's a big deal in like the Tournament of Power?
Somewhere in it, I remember hearing that.
Yeah.
Because people are bad at not telling spoilers on Twitter.
Yeah.
I found that out like 2 years ago.
Not only are they not bad at like not saying spoilers, they also like to make spoilers into memes, which is literally just the worst.
I mean, Thanos.
Yeah, right? Like, freaking, they had a thing. Thanos demands your silence. Like, they straight up, Marvel pushed, please do not give spoilers. And the day after the movie comes out, it becomes a meme.
To be fair, that meme was really good.
They couldn't have waited 5 days, a week. That
meme was really good because it never explicitly said.
Right, because you're like, I keep seeing this meme of people disintegrating, and I don't understand it, and I'm like, just don't worry about it.
I keep seeing this thing of I don't feel so good, and I'm like, I don't know what this is, but it's really funny. And everyone, and like I said it, and everyone's laughing like, "Hey, don't look that up." Like, wait, what?
Yeah, and that someone was me.
See, I'm almost more upset. I was almost more upset because you telling me that was the spoiler.
Mm-hmm.
I put it together when you told me that.
But it wasn't enough to know what exactly happened.
I mean, like context-wise, no. But I was like, oh, this happens in.
Right.
It did not tell me who or what happened.
Because otherwise you would have looked it up and you would have seen the full spoiler.
I would have never looked it up.
I don't believe that.
I would have never looked it up because it's a meme.
Or you would have asked someone and someone not as delicate as me.
That would have happened, actually.
Yeah, someone less delicate than me would have told you exactly what happened.
That actually what could have happened.
Gosh. Well, our short episode has turned into an hour and 50 minutes. This is longer than last episode.
Okay, well, do you want to go ahead and just end it here? Because I don't really have that much else. I don't have any more news.
Yeah, any last second things?
No, I'm gonna finish up Octopath maybe this week or next week, and I'll come back with a more full review.
Unfortunately, we'll be a full unit next week. Doolin, I know you're listening to this. I love you, and we missed having you on today.
And Doolin, I know you're listening to this, and Josh loves you.
And he, being me, missed having you on here today. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Yeah, bye guys. Sorry it was so long. We get 8.